A big story, Jim, and I think an even bigger story coming in. If you were to tell me a year ago that Florida Southern College, without Jaden Booth, and then Lynn University, who had 4 wins total last season, would be fighting for first place at this point in the season, I'd say you're crazy. And yeah. I know now, not only Florida Southern, but I'm sure Lynn has been keeping up with that game as well. So there's going to be a lot to fight for. And this isn't by any means a playoff game or a conference tournament game, but I think it's going to feel like it by the end. What? Coach, I think you've seen it all at this point, right? We started with an unfortunate loss in Jaden Booth. Your new guys have stepped up and have done well. Joe Moon, Erickson Bands, Akal Arope. And you finally seem like there's a foundation there. You have 6 guys who can rotate in and out on any given night and score and play well defensively. And now you've seen probably the best of the best from conference play in Nova and in Florida Tech. Do you feel like as a team right now, the ceiling has begun to raise in terms of what you guys can do till the end of the season into conference play and conference tournament play? Just looking at this matchup specifically, we know this Lynn team is strong. It's a big turnaround from last year, and now it's the first-place battle. They have a lot to fight for, and they have a lot of momentum coming in. They've been good to close out games specifically recently with, 5 to 2-point wins depending on the game. What do you feel like you guys need to execute on specifically tonight, especially in that second half, to close out on them instead?
No, I think it's just...
And I got to say, he's doing it unselfishly as well, Jim. It's not as if he's taking the ball and, he's the one controlling the narrative. His teammates are working through him very well and finding a way to get his rhythm going early. And whether it's driving to the paint or really in transition, which I found his game to be very strong when it comes to getting a steal or a block, he's just always at the right place at the right time working through. And he's done that with Luke Anderson as well. These two have been absolutely phenomenal on the defense and offensive side, and it's led to big transition baskets just like that one we saw a couple days ago.
Is sitting here with a chance to take over first place in the conference.
Definitely, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to just the fearlessness he has going into the paint. If there's a guy that you want to run through a brick wall with on this team, I think Luke Anderson is becoming that guy. He's not afraid to go grab a board, and a lot of it has been important when it comes to this momentous play that we've seen in the conference. If games are being decided by 2 points or less, you're going to need a guy like Anderson to crash the boards, to create disruption, and that's ultimately, with the aggressive style that the Mocs have had, it's going to lead to wins, and Luke Anderson's answering.
And he's just relentless defensively for us, and he can guard multiple positions. So we made that switch. We put Dom on 11. Another really good player, the kid Thompson. And then we put Joe on Gilmore, and Joe did great for us defensively.
Coach, just looking at how you played defensively tonight, you took care of the ball, as you said, 7 turnovers against St. Leo, 7 turnovers tonight. But on the other end, you mentioned it, Norton Capich having an off night, and a lot of that can be attested to Akal Arope and Alex Steen. How pleased have you been with their 1-2 punch, especially in the paint? It just seems like it's so hard to score against those two.
Yeah, they've been.
Overall at the game, the way you guys played, you're a very take what you can give kind of coach. Whatever the game gives you is what you have to take. And I think tonight, points in the paint and fast break opportunities, and that was led. I want to point out Joe Moon. We didn't see a lot on the offensive side in the first half, just 4 points. But he showed us immediately how well of an everyday guy he's been, scoring a couple 5-point transition opportunities, getting a bucket, getting a stop, and getting another bucket. Do you feel like that's been y'all's strength overall, just getting a stop on one end and transitioning quickly to the other?
That's